Have you ever felt like you're running as fast as you can, but you're still falling behind? That your to-do list is a never-ending treadmill, and no matter how many items you check off, you're not actually getting any closer to the life you truly want? Do you look at people who seem to have it all, fulfilling careers, deep relationships, a sense of purpose, and wonder, what's their secret? If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Welcome to Audiobooks in Minutes. Don't have hours to read a full book? No worries. We bring you concise audiobook summaries that capture the key insights and ideas from popular books, all in just a short time. Today, we're exploring the life-changing lessons from one of the most influential personal development books ever written, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen R. Covey. In this summary, you'll discover the 7 powerful habits that can transform your effectiveness, along with practical takeaways you can apply to your life right away. Let's begin with the first habit, the absolute foundation for all the others. Habit 1. Be proactive. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You're going to be late for an important meeting. How do you react? Most people would honk, get frustrated, and curse their luck. Their mood is dictated entirely by an external event, the traffic. This is a reactive response. Now, imagine a different person in the same car. They acknowledge the traffic is out of their control, but they use that time. Maybe they call the office to politely say they'll be late, putting minds at ease. Perhaps they turn on an audiobook or their favorite podcast. Their inner weather isn't controlled by the external storm. This is a proactive response. Being proactive is the foundational habit. It's about recognizing that between any stimulus and our response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom and power to choose. Proactive people focus their energy on their circle of influence, the things they can actually do something about. Reactive people focus on their circle of concern, all the things they worry about but can't control, which only makes their circle of influence shrink. Practical takeaway. This week, when you feel yourself getting reactive, stressed, angry, anxious, pause. Say to yourself, what is within my control here? Focus your effort there and let go of the rest. Your power lies in that pause. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. What if you were hired to build a beautiful house, but the architect never gave you a blueprint? You'd be busy laying bricks, cutting wood, but you'd have no idea if you were building a kitchen or a garage. That's what life is like without habit 2. To begin with the end in mind means to start every day, every project, and most importantly, your life with a clear vision of your desired destination. It's about leadership, deciding what you're building before you begin the management of actually building it. Covey suggests a powerful mental exercise. Imagine your own 80th birthday party. What would your spouse, your children, your friends, and your colleagues say about you? What character did you have? What difference did you make? What did you achieve? The answers to those questions are your personal blueprint. They define what's truly important to you. Practical takeaway. Take 15 minutes today to write a first draft of your personal mission statement. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write down the 3 to 5 most important values you want to guide your life. Let this be your blueprint. Habit 3. Put first things first. This is where the rubber meets the road. Habits 1 and 2 are great, but habit 3 is about execution. It's the practice of personal management, of organizing your time around your deepest priorities, your mission statement. Covey introduces the time management matrix. We spend our time on things that are either urgent or not urgent, important or not important. Most of us live in Quadrant 1. dealing with urgent and important crises. But the key to effectiveness is to spend more time in Quadrant 2, activities that are important but not urgent. This is where true leadership and a rich life happen. Planning, relationship building, exercising, learning, and preparing. These things don't scream for attention, but they prevent crisis and create the quality of life we want. Putting first things first means having the courage to say no to the unimportant things, even if they are urgent, so you can say yes to the important ones. Practical takeaway: at the start of each week, identify 2 or 3 Quadrant 2 activities that align with your mission statement. Now, literally schedule them into your calendar. Treat them with the same respect you would a meeting with your CEO. Habit 4. Think win-win. The first 3 habits have brought you to personal independence. Now we move into the realm of relationships, public victory. And it all starts with an abundance mentality. Most of life is seen as a competition, a finite pie where if you get a big slice, there's less for me. This is win-lose. But there's a better way. Think win-win is a frame of mind that seeks mutual benefit in all human interactions. It's not about being soft. It's about being courageous and considerate. It's believing that there is enough success, enough credit, enough profit for everyone. A business negotiation doesn't have to be a battle where one side wins and the other loses. It can be a collaborative search for a solution that leaves both parties feeling good and committed to the agreement. A win-win parent doesn't need to win an argument with their child through power. They can seek a solution that respects both their needs. Practical takeaway: in your next interaction, consciously ask yourself, how can I make this a win for them and a win for me? Approach the discussion with that collaborative spirit. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This is the most important habit for effective communication, and it's the one we most often get backward. We're usually so busy preparing what we're going to say next that we never truly listen. Most listening is autobiographical. We listen with the intent to reply, to judge, to advise based on our own experiences. But to truly understand, we must listen with empathy. This means seeking to see the world from the other person's perspective, to understand their paradigm, their feelings. As Covey brilliantly says, if I were to summarize in one sentence the single most important principle I have learned in the field of interpersonal relations, it would be this: seek first to understand, then to be understood. Imagine a doctor who, before you even finish describing your symptoms, writes a prescription. You'd be horrified. Yet we do this all the time in conversations. We diagnose before we understand. Practical takeaway: in your next conversation, make it your only goal to understand. Don't judge, don't advise, don't interrupt. Just listen. Ask clarifying questions. Only after you can accurately summarize their point of view should you then seek to be understood. Habit 6. Synergize. Synergy is the magic that happens when habits 4 and 5 come together. It means the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. 1 plus 1 equals 3, or 10, or 1,000. It's about valuing differences, different perspectives, different backgrounds, different strengths. It's not about tolerating differences. It's about celebrating them as a gateway to new, better possibilities. A synergistic team doesn't argue to see who's right. They collaborate to create a new third alternative that is better than any one person's original idea. It's the ultimate fruit of having an abundance mentality and seeking first to understand. Practical takeaway: the next time you're in a meeting or a discussion where there is disagreement, don't see it as a roadblock. See it as an opportunity. Say, you clearly see this differently. I need to understand your perspective. I'm sure we can find a better solution together than either of us has proposed alone. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. What happens if you are so busy sawing down trees that you never take a moment to stop and sharpen your saw? You'll eventually become less and less effective. That's what habit 7 prevents. It's the habit of renewal. You are the saw, and you must regularly renew and invest in the 4 fundamental dimensions of your life: your physical dimension, exercise, nutrition, rest, your mental dimension, reading, learning, writing, your social emotional dimension, service, empathy, meaningful connection, and your spiritual dimension, meditation, nature, music, prayer, whatever connects you to your core values and sense of purpose. This isn't a selfish act. It's the habit that makes all the other habits possible. By renewing yourself in these 4 areas, you create the capacity to live the other 6 habits more effectively. Practical takeaway. Pick one dimension, maybe the one you've most been neglecting, and make one small investment in it this week. A 20-minute walk, reading 10 pages of a book, calling an old friend. Sharpen your saw. Conclusion. So let's bring it all together. The journey of the 7 habits takes you from the foundational victory over self by being proactive, beginning with your end in mind, and putting first things first, to the public victories of building rich, effective relationships by thinking win-win, seeking first to understand, and synergizing. And it is all sustained by the daily renewal of sharpening the saw. This isn't a one-time listen. This is a lifelong practice. The power isn't in knowing these habits. It's in living them. It's in pausing before you react. It's in scheduling your priorities based on your personal mission. It's in listening with the intent to understand. Start small. Pick just one habit. Work on it for a week, then another. Internalize these principles. Make them a part of your character. You have the map now. You have the compass. The journey to a more effective, more purposeful, and more peaceful life doesn't start tomorrow. It starts in that space between stimulus and response. It starts with your very next thought. Your life is your most important project. Now go and build it with intention. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.